Hey, what's going on? This is Asa coming to you, and I want to talk about the pink elephant that's in the room. And you see scrolling at the bottom, it says, will you be able to retire? So this is something that is coming up. The older I get, I'm 52 years old. I have a peer group that is in the same age bracket, and it's a conversation that is held in secrecy and in silence, in my opinion. And I just want to know, are you going to be able to retire? And if you are, how? What do I mean by that? Well, we've been told that when we retire, we're only going to need half of our income or a certain portion of our income when we retire. So, what does that mean? So, they say that when you retire, your retirement income is only going to be a certain portion of your earned income, therefore, the reduction in your income. And because you're having a reduction of the income, the only logical thing that we have been told is, well, you won't need that much income anyway because you're not working, you won't have the same expenses and the same overhead. Well, let's challenge that. Let's take a look at that because I don't know if that's the true statement. All right, so what I'm pulling up here right now is a tab from Yahoo Finance. And it's as you see there, it's talking about the median salary of Americans in your age in every state. So this is pretty cool because now you'll be able to pull up information on the median income on folks in your state. Let me copy this, see if I can put the tab or put the comments or the link in the banner. No, no, won't be able to do that. So I'll put that in the post after we finish. Okay. So we're looking at the median salary of everyone in the state. So you go to Alabama, it's by alphabetical order. You see right here at age 15 to 24, you're just starting to work, $29,000. Age 45 to 44, you continue to work, still the same. In Alabama, it's the same $29,000. Interesting. Right. So when you hit 45 to 64, that jumps up to $73,000. That's a lot better than the 29,000, but it's still a stretch. So let's continue to look here. Now, this is the biggest deal. When you hit retirement age from 65 and over, it says your median income is $47,000. Why is that? Well, that's because you're on your retirement income, Social Security, any pension payment that you have coming in, any 401k, any 501c3, any of those things. $47,000. Why is that? Well, because you're no longer working. When I was in corporate America, there were guys who would work double time and time and a half and work holidays and things like that to get double time and a half, and they were making six figures. Well, that is not sustainable. What that means is you cannot do that in your retirement age. You're going to be locked into a certain amount of income. And again, the communication that we have received over the development of our lifetime is when you hit retirement age, you won't need all the income because you're going to have less expenses and less overhead. Is that true? I don't know. Well, what's going to happen is when you hit the retirement age, regardless, your income is going to be cut. That's 20 something thousand, let's say $30,000 that your income is now reduced. Is there a law or is there a rule that says when someone hits retirement age and retires at 65, 67, 70, whatever that number is, that they no longer have to pay bills? No, that's not the case. They still have the same bills they had because of lack of planning, lack of preparation. That's why most people, when they retire, they sell their home and move into a smaller home. And if that was the plan, that's great because they have planned and they're executing their plan. But most people retire, realize they're not going to have a certain amount of income coming in, and they have to do what? Go get another job. Or drastically, significantly reduce their current standard of living. Is that something you want to do? Well, regardless of whether or not it's something you want to do, this is what is happening all day, every day. So let's go to Illinois. All right, so this goes across all states. Illinois. Now, in Illinois, we have a median income for ages 25 to 40 or 25 to 24 of $39,000. All right, when we go to 25 to 44, we have a median income of $86,000. A lot better than Alabama, but it's just because it's a different cost of living. 65 to 64, $92,000 of annual income. That's great. If you are not a salary employee, you're over six figures because time and a half, part-time, overtime, and things like that. But look at what happens. Look at what happens. Look at what happens when you hit 65. When you hit 65, your income drops from $92,000 all the way down to $55,000. Is that a good deal? It doesn't matter if it's a good deal or not, because if you prepared for retirement, when you hit the retirement age, your income is going to drop. And this is what's going on. This is why I'm talking about a new way to retire. And this is what people have in the 401ks, the 529 plans for their children or their grandchildren for college, the stock account, the brokerage account, the cryptocurrency, the real estate deals that you have. This is what's going on with people across the country. Why is that? Because the system is broken. The system is broken. The wealthy understand how to use their tax code, how to minimize their taxes. Someone in the tax bracket that is receiving income of $92,000. Let's look at that real quick. All right, I'm going to look it up as we are talking right now. If you're receiving, let's go tax bracket 2024. All right, let me pull this up. Tax bracket 2024, what does that look like for you? Well, if you're receiving $92,000 in income, let me share the screen here. Right here. You are in the 22% tax bracket. So if you have $92,000 in income, your take home is not $92,000. And even though that's what we live on. So let's just say, for sake of conversation, the person's income is $100,000. All right. So 22% tax bracket, $47,000 to $100,000. This is for single filers. Married filers, let's see, is that the same? Yes, the same. All right. So what happens if you're bringing in $100,000 a year? Let's do the, go back to Google and say an income tax calculator for Illinois. Let's even add 2024 to make sure it has the most updated information. So going to smartassets.com. And this is giving you an idea of what your true take-home pay is going to be. Is it something that you think it is? Well, let's look at it. Household income, we're going to say move this up to $100,000. Okay. Location, let's say Hyde Park, 60643. That says Calumet Park. We'll leave it there. Let's say married or single was the same tax bracket, so it doesn't matter. Married or single, it's the same 22% tax bracket, so it does not matter. Let's go back here, and we're going to click on your estimated state income tax is $5,000. Total income tax here. Let's blow this up a little bit for you. Total income taxes is a 27% tax bracket. All right, so the total amount you're paying in taxes is $28,471. So your after-tax income is $26,000. Your after-tax income is $26,000. You need to share this with a friend, a family member, business partner, someone that you care about, because the numbers don't lie. And this is why people are not able to retire, because they don't have a true understanding of what their income is and their take-home pay. You know, they're saying it's not what you make, it's what you keep. Well, this is painful for me. $26,000 or $28,000 in taxable income. So you're only able to use, have access to, work with $76,000. That is painful. And this is what people are not aware of until it's too late. Don't let it be too late for you. Send me a DM. I have the solution, a new way to retire, which is phenomenal because it maximizes the tax code. It maximizes charitable contribution. Did you know you could give your way to wealth? Give your way to wealth. There's just so many different things that we are implementing with our clients and our business owners right now to get them to 5, 6, and 7-figure retirement numbers, which is much better than what's going on. Even if you just want to match your current income, send me a DM so let's talk a little bit more. But I just wanted to show you the numbers on what is really going on when people are talking about retiring. What do the numbers really look like? Are you going to be able to retire? Again, the old adage is you won't need all your income because you are retiring. You're going to have less bills. Well, that is definitely not the case. And when you hit retirement age 65 and over, you're going from $92,000 median to $55,000, $30,000 reduction in your income. Is there a $30,000 reduction in your expenses and your bills? No. There is no law that says, hey, Asa's retired now, let's cut bills by 30%, make them go away because he's on less income. These are things that we don't think about until it's too late. Don't let it happen to you. Send this video to a friend, a family member, or someone that you love and care about, because you may be putting yourself in a position where you're going to have to care for them. And that's another thing that we'll talk about in other videos: caring for aging parents, caring for aging siblings. These are all things that don't come up until it comes up. And typically it's too late. All right, so I will come back to you soon with more videos and more education on thinking differently about money, especially with a new way to retire. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.